We're going to look to Jesus. Who's Jesus? He's the author and the finisher of what? Okay, so who authored this faith? Jesus. The only reason I believe is because of Him and what He's done and accomplished in the place that He's given me back with God. I look to Jesus and I see who Jesus is and what He accomplished on the cross, and I go, whoa, He's the author of my life now and my faith. I realize who I am, what I'm here for, and why He did what He did. It's not just so I go to heaven when I die. That has become, forgive me, that has become lame to me. That is so shallow. He's the author of my faith. Why? You can look in 2 Peter chapter 1. I'd like to say it's one of my favorite chapters. It's definitely in my top 100. It's a good one. It says we all have this like precious faith. This like precious, we've been sprinkled with His blood and have this like precious faith through the righteousness of God that comes through Jesus Christ. We all believe the same thing, Matt. We all have this like unity faith, this one belief. We have this one thing that we've put on because we all believe the same thing about this one thing, the righteous judgment of God. It says we've all been made one in that place. That's what 2 Peter 1 says. Now it says that. It hasn't been my experience in the house of God. I see tons of guilt, condemnation, hurt, shame, unforgiveness, skirmishes, unresolved conflicts, backbiting. I'm not being negative. I'm just being relatable. I've seen lots of that. So every time a preacher like me sees that, I realize there's one reason. One, not 2, 3, 4, or 5. There's one reason. We don't know who we are, and we haven't seen what He paid for. I could lose 5 loved ones and have my house burned down. If I understand who I am, I won't lose heart to run this race with endurance. It doesn't mean I don't miss the loved ones. It doesn't mean I don't have to walk through the house burning down. But I won't change because He doesn't change and the purpose hasn't changed. But if you don't understand that, now you're in question and He's in question, because why did He let them all die? And why did He let the house burn down? And why all at the same time? And now I even have issues with the only one that's good. And now it's all back to me again, and the whole thing is all about me. I'm going to look to Jesus. Would you look to Jesus? Would you make this a year where we're going to look to Jesus and put on what He paid for and never take it off? Never take it off. He's the author and finisher of our faith. For the joy that was set before Him, He even endured. See why He's asking us to endure? Because He endured. He endured the cross. He despised the shame. He went through the thing, guys. He didn't back out. He didn't stop. He didn't say, enough's enough. How dare you hit me? One more time, I'm telling you. Like He didn't back out. He didn't drop the cross and say, I ain't dying for these people. I healed how many of their sick? Lord, I'm done, man. I'm done. Barabbas, are you kidding me? He kills a man. I raised the dead and they want to kill me and release him. These people are nuts. I'm trying to bring peace between you and them. This man Barabbas is causing conspiracy. They want to release him and kill me? What a slap in the face. I don't deserve this. You tell me what I haven't done that's right. These people, if they didn't change by now, they ain't changing. See, if you ever put Jesus into the twisted place we grew up with that we called normal, you'll see how crazy we grew up. Because there ain't nothing normal about it. It's all human rights and self-focused, self-centered. What about me? Fair shake. All that has to die if you're ever going to live. Now you can go to church, but all that has to die if you're ever going to live. Because if that doesn't die, you're vulnerable on every side. And you're just a people thing away. You're just a circumstance away. You're just another trial away from processing through that lie again. How many times, guys, do we just pray because we're hurt, we're overwhelmed, we're frustrated, we're lonely? Rarely do we make declarations because we're in the kingdom. We have a better expression. We're walking in the light as He's in the light in the face of it all. Paul said when you pray with all supplication and manner of prayer, it was actually for people to continue to live Christ. He said, I heard that your love is for the saints and you guys are living this thing. Wow, I haven't ceased praying for you. What's He praying for? That you keep getting formed in Christ and live the message and walk out the truth. He's not praying for full vats and barns and blessings. He's praying that they continue to be formed in Christ. Now that I see you're on the right track, I haven't stopped praying for you that you grow up into Him in all things. I haven't backed off of my prayers for you. He said, you and me should pray with all prayer and all supplication. And pray for me that the gospel be preached as clearly as it ought. That coming from a man that's been beat how many times? Empower me to keep preaching it clear. Whew. He must be convicted, huh? Could you imagine getting beat that one time, Pastor, and then the second time they push you over that post and you feel that shirt tear on the back of your back and you know what's coming. Now the third time. And when the fourth was coming, he pleaded Roman citizenship. And he got out of it. Because that fourth one was coming, but he was in position to get a fourth one. He said, wait, you're going to do this to a Roman citizen? But could you imagine? That was real blows, guys.